In this video, we're going to talk about using your talents. Because if you're not using your talents on your creativity, you're not fulfilling what God's plan was for you. And using your talents because that's what they were intended for. God gave you that special gift because it was intended for you to use, whether it was in the form of entertaining others or fulfilling some type of inner goal in elevating who you are as a person overall. And that's where you connect with your true purpose, using something you are talented for, that is something that you're also passionate about. And that's where you're going to bring love into your life. That's where you're going to bring joy into your life. And when you can get away from not having the time to use your creative energy on your talents, you start to make space in your life to start to practice those talents once again, like a musical instrument. If you are somebody that gets away from playing that instrument because life is too busy or I don't have time, you are victim to your schedule. When you start to take the time for yourself to start practicing on that instrument once a day, I'm sure that your partner and your kids would love that version of you much better than the current one that says, I don't have time for that. Are you really living your passion and purpose right now by not finding the time to spend on that talent? And let me know in the comments below, what is a talent that you have? What is your thing? We all have a thing. My thing is making personal development videos. My second thing is a drummer. I've been drumming my whole life. Recently, I started making a drum channel so I can cover all of the old music I learned, all of the stuff that took some technical ability. And now I'm able to showcase my talents through covering other people's music, stuff I'm very passionate about, and showing people how those songs are played, doing some instructional videos. So if there's a musical instrument that you play but you don't have time for it anymore, start to change the belief system. I can make time for that. I can start to take action on that. One thing that takes us away from the flow, from the energy, is using them on things that are not that important, that we think we need. One can be in needing the dopamine from getting high. And when we get high on something is a substance from outside of us, we no longer need to feel the inner flow of loving energy to feel high. You feel high all the time. Once you start to do this inner work, you came on this channel to elevate your vibe. And to be in elevated states of vibrational energy, you're going to feel high a majority of the time. When negative things happen, we now have the tools to deal with it. Remember, I taught you to think, I can handle that, rather than I don't like that and suppress it and then make another blockage that creates another reaction to everything that's similar to that blockage. You are aware of that. You don't need to be consumed by it anymore. You are here and the now. You are bigger than it. And one thing I notice is if you're dependent on getting high for your happiness, once you've reached that dopamine and that high from the outside substance, it kind of takes away that creative flowing energy from you wanting to do something to bring you into that state, like using your talent for music. I know for years when I would get high, and also if I had sexual desire and I didn't have a partner in my life, I would watch porn. I would seek porn. That's the worst one for taking away your creative energy. Because once you get high and you come home, If there's no one around and you haven't been with a partner for months or weeks or whatever, you have sexual desire, you seek something on the outside, and it's always outer stimuli. And when you're using that outer stimuli, you're focusing your energy on it. And look at it like a glass of water. Your glass of water is filled with creative energy. You just went for your drive, you were listening to tunes, you smoked some weed, you got high, yeah, you come back home, and you're thinking, yeah, all right, I wish I could have sex right now, or whatever it is that people who like to consume porn think about prior to that. It's like there's a desire for someone, and whatever attractive qualities you find in somebody that's physically attractive, all right, well, I can access that on my computer now or on my cell phone nowadays. And you go for the porn or the Instagram photos or whatever it is you consumed to engage in masturbation. And your creative energy, the second that you engage in masturbating, and once you've reached ejaculation, your creative glass of water, your creative juices, once you've ejaculated, it's gone halfway down. So all of that creative energy you could have used on practicing your talent, on writing some new music or making a new drawing or whatever it is that you use your creative energy on, making that business I speak of, creating the best self. Well, you've taken that down to 50%. And if you spent the whole day at home just watching your cell phone, watching television, and you go to masturbate again after supper or late at night before bed, what's your glass of water going to do that's only half filled? It's going to be empty. All of your creative juices are gone. If you don't try to incorporate doing something you're extremely talented on, you're just going to keep draining your energy with outer stimuli, with the dopamine. And I'm not saying that porn and masturbating is bad for you. Everything is okay in moderation. I found that it was hard to do that in moderation as a single person. And in order to grow as the self and being aware of what you were doing and why, what is the why behind needing to watch porn? What is the why behind needing to get high and watch porn and just watch television and not focus your creative energy on something good? What could you be doing better with your life other than the 3 things I just mentioned? Let's start to pinpoint what you could be doing better. What is your talent? Did you have a talent as a kid in high school that you used to do that you're not currently doing? Or a talent that you see other people on YouTube, on social media, using their talents to make money? And how are you going to start to apply yourself to become like that? It's starting to be aware of the outer stimuli that the happiness and the person is dependent on. Really, we are subconsciously trained that these things are okay. And they are okay, unless you want to be creative and create the best self. Start to step into the unknown and use those creative talents again to elevate who you are as a person, to elevate your inner vibrational frequency. Then you're non-dependent on outside. You're non-dependent on people. You are non-dependent on situations or job opportunities. You live with the abundance that the right here and the now is great. You have greatness within you. There's a reason you were brought to this video, or you've already been on my channel following it for a while. It's because we are going to figure out what you are at your creative best self so that you can start to apply yourself and start doing it daily. When I started to make a video per day, I started to do it with passion, with purpose. And you know, not every video is a banger. Not every single thing I do is going to be great, but I have the willingness to do it. I have the trust in myself. I am in alignment with the universe. The universal intelligence sends me energy. I get into a flow state. I get into these flow states. I apply myself on film here. I make videos for you. And on this one, it's about using your creative talent and using your talent, whether it's on music, drawing, photography, going to the gym, helping people with fitness, that's a talent too. Are you a power lifter? Can you squat really heavy? Well, make a channel or some Instagram page of you squatting some heavy weight or deadlifting heavy weight. It's just an example. I'm just giving you guys examples here. You can do anything you want. It's something you're really passionate about. It brings you happiness. And you're not going to be dependent on the outside relationships and watching porn for that dopamine spike. And that glass of water with the creative energy is going to stay full much more often. And you're going to start to come out and apply yourself while you're in that flow state. This week, I want you to try using your creative energy with that full glass of water. When your creative energy is at 100%, I want you to take 15 minutes out of your day in the first 4 or 5 hours of your day before it's mid-afternoon. You're going to be most creative here. If you used to play guitar, but you don't play guitar anymore, pick up a guitar and strum it for a bit. Play a couple of songs or a couple of chords you used to like and see how that feels. Let me know how it feels when you guys start to do something you're really talented at and you take the time for yourself to do it. I know when I take the time to do stuff like that, I feel love. When I come back home from exercising and I start to focus on my drum channel and making some drum videos and just getting to practice drums, period. There's something fulfilling about it because a lot of the songs I choose to cover, a lot of them are very technical and there's something fulfilling about being able to accomplish playing that song perfectly on video. And for me, that's stepping into the unknown. I like to do what we call progressive rock and progressive metal music or jazz. There's all kinds of different genres of music that I like, and I don't just listen to basic classic rock or soft rock, easy listening music. I like to challenge myself. And you know what? The harder the song, the more I'm putting myself in the uncomfortable, the more love, the more flow I feel by accomplishing playing that song good enough to be able to make a video with and share with my audience. I was able to play this song. And I'm not doing it because I need them to validate me, to feel like I'm a somebody. I do it for the love of filming the video because of the person I've become that is a YouTuber. Same as on this channel with the personal development. I'm not doing it for the numbers. I'm doing it for the people who are here that resonate with this content. And I thank you for being here. And I'm going to attach at the end of this video here about spending some time in the morning on a morning routine for yourself that's going to set you up for success. So start doing this morning routine and then do something with your creative energy that's using your talent, because that's what God gave it to us for. They gave us talent for it to be used. And it's going to make you become the most successful version of yourself.